Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is emerging trends and specializations in architecture. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day, Mr. Mustafizur Rahman, Associate Professor, Lovely School of Architecture and Design, Lovely Professional University. With over 8 years of experience in teaching and field work, Mr. Rahman specializes in housing, urban design, and industrial area planning. He is currently pursuing a PhD in architecture from Guru Nanak Dev University. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Dr. Maninder Singh, Associate Professor and Admission Coordinator at Mittal School of Business, Lovely Professional University. Dr. Singh holds a PhD from Punjab University, Chandigarh, and has an impressive academic portfolio with 11 research papers, 2 patents, and 3 book chapters. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the things to Mr. Rahman, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. Over to you, Mr. Rahman.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the introduction. Welcome you all for this presentation on emerging specialization in architecture. I'll just share my presentation. Emerging trends in and specialization in architecture, and we are going to explore the future of architecture practice. This session, we are going to learn about what are the non-conventional architectural trends that are going to come in future within 5 to 10 years, and what are the demands in the market and why those demands are happening in the market actually, and how architects or the professionals in the building construction industry are going to turn around towards those demands and what skills they require to fulfill those demands. So let's go into the understanding first. The importance of staying updated with the trends in architecture is essential, mainly because there is a market demand. There is a market requirement where we are gradually changing into a different kind of urban environment, different kind of from rural area to urban area. We are shifting. We are changing our lifestyle regularly from year to year. Every time we are changing our location, we are changing our lifestyle. There are market trends in the consumerism trends. So our building construction industry also changing. There is a quality of life. Every time every generation we have been since the last 3 to 4 generation, we have imagined or we have seen our quality of life have improved. We have reduced the number of diseases that are causing our harm to our health. We have reduced the discomfort of weather. We have reduced the discomfort of functional challenges in the buildings. We have reduced the discomfort of the decomposition or dilapidation of the buildings. We have reduced the discomfort of various fire hazard, earthquake hazard, etc. So the quality of life is improving. Then innovation is improving. Everyone is right now focused towards the innovation. The innovation in the product industry, innovation in the building construction, innovation in the lighting, air conditioning, or ventilation, or building material. Everywhere there is a kind of innovation. So therefore, the client's expectation is also increasing. Clients are more and more aware about what are the trending materials available in the market, different architectural design, possibilities of architectural design, what are the possibilities of building environment. Clients know them and they expect more. Then the sustainability, people are more aware about the sustainability or environmentally aware that okay, there is a high rise in the temperature. We need to talk about those things. There is there should be a reduction in the consumption of non-renewable resources, and we have to shift toward the renewable resources, or we have to stop the consumption of non-renewable resources or those resources which are harming our environment. Then there is a technological advancement. Through the innovation, we are moving towards more and more um, um, Internet of Things, electronics engineering, or computer science. So those things are more and more bringing technological innovation, and the architectural or building industry also related with the professional growth. So all these things actually are very much essential for what the architects or the people in the construction industry or people in any kind of industry need to be within this and need to understand the trends that are coming into their field, be it in architecture, civil engineering, interior design, urban planning, or or electronics engineering or mechanical engineering, wherever it is. So the trends we have to follow, and trends we have to take care of to keep the building industry at a higher level, to make the building industry more and more sustainable and make them more and more adaptive. Now, so therefore, it can be seen from last 5 to 10 years that the specializations are becoming more and more deep into the technology oriented, or deep into environment sustainability, or environmental uh, what say we are more and more aware about environment. So environmental awareness. So when we look into these two things, then conventional architectural trends are falling behind. So there are more and more modern architectural trends are coming up, and in this lecture we are going to talk about those things. So the first thing that comes into our mind is the sustainable architecture. Sustainable architecture mainly talks about the eco-friendly design. Eco-friendly design are those kind of design uh, which talks about using less energy, using building materials which should not harm environment. Those are eco-friendly, or you are designing something which actually uses lesser energy. So, say for example, if we can design a room which is good in ventilation, cross ventilation, then it is obvious that the room does not require much of the air conditioning system. So there is a reduction in the in the energy consumption. Similarly, if we talk about the building material usage, there is a lot of steel have been produced, and the companies which produce steel, like Tata Steel, Tata Tiscon, they actually are moving towards that. We have already produced so much steel. Now it is time to reuse those steel and reproduce and melt those and reuse and remelt, re-prepare them to use those in the buildings. So now even companies are becoming aware, steel manufacturing companies, then concrete manufacturing company, cement manufacturing companies, they are trying to move towards the byproducts which can be used in the building construction industry. So eco-friendly design is harnessing those ideas into making a building. Then resource efficiency, using the resources, whether it is a human resource, whether it is a building material resource, energy resource, everything, using those efficiently is our challenge. That is the must thing. And renewable energy integration, solar energy or wind energy or tidal wave energy or nuclear energy, which can be utilized into the construction of the building, maintenance of the building, or running of the building, then obviously this goes to the pocket of sustainable architecture. So obviously the health and well-being is taken care in the sustainable architecture, where people are more and more into the nature, think about nature, and try to be a more passive into the nature, not act through the active involvement of mechanical means. Say, for example, mechanical ventilation, mechanical lighting, etc., are reduced in the designing of this sustainable architecture. Now, why this kind of specialization is more into demand? Mainly because the people are thinking of reduction of cost, more thinking about the positive impact into the environment, economic benefit. Yes, overall, when we go to the long term cost estimation, the sustainable architecture provides more and more economic benefit. Then regulatory compliances are there. For example, there is this green building rating system from world or India. So there are subsidies. Also, there are benefits of green building rating system in terms of monetary benefits. So that's why people who are building commercial buildings or office buildings or industrial building or residential building, they are trying to move towards this sustainable architecture, and there is a career choice available into this section. Now coming to this smart home and automation building system, where it is the same part of sustainable architecture, but it is again a different kind of a specialization, because it require a special engineering knowledge like electronics and communication, little bit, and a little bit of computer sciences. Now, when we look into this kind of a specialization, when we have generally understood the building design in our graduation. In master's programs, we generally move towards this kind of a specialization, where interdisciplinary teachers or interdisciplinary professionals come together to think about this kind of a specialization, where smart buildings or smart homes are such kind of a home. Suppose I am sitting here in this room and I require only 23 degrees centigrade of temperature, and my body require a certain amount of air change per hour, say for in this room, say for example 3 air change per hour, and I require a 400 lux into this room. So when I require this kind of a requirement, it is obvious that in today's timing we have to switch on, switch off, change the conditions into our remote control through AC, and change the lighting setting manually. But building automation system detect my condition and preview what I require, and then present what I require. So they change the lighting setting, they change the air conditioning setting to much more comfortable, and they change the air change hour rate. Not only that, there is a remote monitoring and control. Say, for example, I am designing a factory building which is located in 100 meter away from my control room. So when everything can be monitored from one room, and I can switch on off any machine, any equipment. I can see control of any equipment and building. So everything can be controlled. So not only in industrial building, but in commercial building and residential building, everything can be controlled through the tabular systems or the tabs or the mobile phone applications. Now, the personalized environment is such kind of an environment which I was talking about earlier, is that, say, for example, I need certain kind of an environment and I set two to three modes. Say, for example, this is my sleep mode, this is my wake up mode, this is my work mode, this is my cooking mode. So every time I give some information to the automation system, it records and keeps on making it more and more updated for the next time. So whenever next time I say I am going to do some study, so obviously my room setting will change as per the study requirement. So again, there is a high demand for this kind of a career in building automation system, mainly because the building management is very much crucial, and building management takes a lot of cost, mainly in the lighting and HVAC. Therefore, building automation system will be first influenced into this building lighting and building HVAC system, which is a heating, ventilation, air conditioning system. These are the two directions in which building automation will be more and more effective, and people who will know how to do building automation system, or how to install building automation system, or how to design building automation system, or how to control building automation system will be in demand in the near future. So that is that's why this career choice is one of such kind of a thing which is coming up, and which will boost. It will also improve the quality of life, and it will also improve the sustainable impact on the environment, because it will save a lot of amount of energy as well as these resources. Um, Now, adaptive reuse and renovation is coming up. I talked to my colleagues in West Bengal, Kolkata. Kolkata is a very old city. A major part of Kolkata is old. Say every building is 150 or 200 years old, and all the buildings have dilapidated in terms of functions, not in terms of the structures. So if we do a little bit of renovation or strengthening into the structure and change the uses of these functions, say, for example, earlier the building was office building, now the building required to be a hotel building. So in that case, or earlier it used to be a go down, now it is need to be a construction studio. So in that case, the whole half of the Kolkata need not to break down and take up in a new manner. It will also destroy the heritage of Kolkata. In that city, architects who are doing renovation or who are doing the adaptive reuse of certain kind of a building are more into boom, and they are doing renovation. They are changing the uses of one building. For example, if we see a building behind us, that is there are several colleges behind this. The library building is there, then auditorium building is there, then this computer sciences is there, electronics engineering is there. Say, for example, in later stages, we want to change the usage of those buildings. So instead of making the building break down, we have to change those building internal usage. So that is adaptive reuse. Similarly, if you can see this image, circular image, they are silos. Silos are places where we can put grains. So later on, when those were not in use, they were changed into accommodation systems, or they are changed into hotels. So that is what a very new kind of, or in Rajasthan, if you can go, there are havelis which have been turned into the hotels. So there are many ways which are coming up, and the career boom is there into the adaptive reuse also. There is this career choice in the specialization of parametric design. This parametric design is also one kind of a computative design, we can say. In this, when we look into the parametric design, it looks into different form of architecture with respect to data gathered from the users. Say, for example, we are users of some place of the building, and the building require certain amount of light, ventilation, etc. So the fenestration design or the outer facade of the building will change as per the requirement of the people by the data we fetch into the or data we put into the building system. Say, for example, we require when we are sitting into one room and we say, ki, this is so harsh, the light is so harsh, or we are getting too much of glare. So we put that the glare is so high. So the parametric design or the algorithmic design will take up that data and change the system of fenestration or the outer facade of the building and update it and change the design of the outer facade to allow more and more light and ventilation. There is another thing that is the 3D printing that is coming up, where 3D printing means we give command into our computer and the 3D printer makes the own building, its building on its own by using the material. And there is another thing that is the robotic construction, where robot does the construction. You take up material and prepare the building forms. So these kind of a technology are coming up where data driven and precision and high efficiency is required. And this kind of a specialization are also into demand and into the market. Then there is this another thing that is called biophilic design. Biophilic design is something like which is related to nature. People who are more into nature, who are more like, they are likely to go love the nature. They like to stay in the nature. And people who are who loves the organic involvement into their environment, or the natural material are there into their building, then they require or they love biodiversity nearby them. Say, for example, the sound of the birds or the rain sound or nature or water body or leaves or certain animal nearby them. So that is when we incorporate those things into our building design or the envelope design. Say, for example, we are making a room which can incorporate which can bring into nature into our room, then that kind of a thing is called the biophilic design. And say, for example, if we are living into a tree house, that is also a kind of a biophilic design. So that kind of a career is also into boom, mainly because urbanization and concretization of the cities, and people want a bubble out of the bubble, home out of home, away from home, where they want to be into the nature but not far from the city. And that's why the biophilic design coming into the picture, and people who are specialization into the biophilic design are more into the demand. And it is also improving the health and well-being. It is more innovative and provides a window of creativity for the new kind of a career. Then there is this very important modular construction. People who are doing modular construction, they are doing freelancing, they are doing startups, starting their startups where they construct one kind of a, I'll give you short example. We went to Ludhiana. There is a place in a city in Punjab, Ludhiana, where there was an expo of interior and exterior. There was a company which was selling this kind of a triangular home, this kind of a triangular houses. Those cottages were used by people in Himachal Pradesh who are more into the tourism industry. They put those cottages one by one nearby the hill, and it's done. So you just have to bring those from Ludhiana and assemble in in Himachal Pradesh. So the modular construction are very much in demand, mainly because the disaster is coming more and more. We can see disaster and people being affected in the disaster. So we need to provide them houses very quickly, very efficiently. That modular houses or modular construction taken into the picture. Second thing, the tourism industry, the construction industry, which require a fast construction methods. And that's why modular construction is coming up in architecture. So people who specializes these into the modular construction, they mainly specializes into making a modular, not only the exterior modular construction, but also there is this interior modular construction where we can see earlier beds were made by the carpenter. Now beds are made by the factories. Earlier kitchens were made by the carpenters. Now the kitchens are made by the factories, and you just have to assemble into your houses. That's the modular construction. So there is a boom into this industry, and architects are moving towards this kind of industry. Now there are more and more such kind of a specialization, say for example, landscape architecture, urban planning, interior design, construction management, and so on. But the trends in the upcoming trends that are coming up, I already told you, the technological driven and environment oriented, environmental safeguard oriented, technological driven fields are coming up, not only in architecture, but in all the fields. And every specialization is moving towards those, be it minor to minor. Significance of staying updated with the emerging trends and specialization are the last thing that I want to say is the professional growth. If architects want to be, or the people want to be into this profession, or enhance their profession, then there is a need of getting updated or fixed towards one profession, one specialization. Then relevance and competitiveness. You cannot compete with the general thing. We have to compete towards a specialization thing. Obviously, we cannot go towards one side where all people are going. We have to choose one side where environmental benefit also there, technological benefit also there, and there is less competition. Then technological advancement, obviously, and innovation and creativity. There is an opportunity. If there are many people going towards one side, I cannot do innovation without much of the hard work. But if I go towards an less chosen path, obviously there is a little bit of danger, but we can do little bit of innovation. We can do little effort and make more innovation. That is what I wanted to say with these specializations in architecture and upcoming trends in architecture. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rahman. So it was wonderful watching you talking on emerging trends and specializations in architecture. So now I would request to the admission nominee, Dr. Maninder Singh, to be on the screen. Over to you, Dr. Maninder.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I hope my presentation is visible.
Your presentation is visible. You can continue, Dr. Maninder.
Right. Okay. Good evening, one and all present. Today, I'll be moving you through the university accreditations and the approvals. Along with that, I'll just briefly go through with what university is up to, like what kind of facilities they provide beyond your education. And I can give you the live demonstration also to the website, that how you can apply to this website. So I'll start with the accreditation part. The first and the foremost thing that is very important is the accreditation of NAC. Recently, we have achieved NAC A++ grade, that is the topmost grade in NAC. And we also scored the highest score in this, that was 3.68 out of a score of 4. So that was the highest of the highest which any university, a government or private, has achieved. And we were one of them, NAC A++ accreditation. Along with NAC, we have n number of accreditations, we are listed with approval of UGC. We are listed with approval of accreditations to some business schools like ACBSP. For agriculture, we are listed with ICAR. And for education programs, we are listed with NTCE, that is National Council of Teaching Education. So UGC, again, you are aware, it is a big body which is approving the university, and each and every program that is being offered at LPU, it is being approved by UGC. So the degrees are valid throughout India, throughout foreign nations, and even if somebody want to apply for government job, the degrees are valid there as well. Particularly as the topic was architecture, so the program that is architecture is also being accredited, and this is accredited with Council of Architecture. And this is the major accreditation for architecture program, because if somebody do, let's say, B architecture or M architecture, they usually talk of the universities which are being accredited through Council of Architecture. So we are accredited to that also. For other programs also, like for law, Bar Council of India is there. For pharmacy program, Pharmacy Council of India is there. And even for B Plan and these kind of program, which is also part of architecture only, Institute of Town Planning, we are also accredited with that as well. Many memberships we have for distance education and online education also, along with the regular mode of education. Even international accreditations we have, like Association of Commonwealth University, that is ACU from UK. If you talk about some rankings, this is the world best rankings, that is Guri ranking. Guri ranking is basically mentioned as world university with real impact. Basically, how we teach in the university, that is more of practical way, not the bookish language. So we stand there at a second rank, and many universities which are renowned, we are in topmost league with them, like Harvard, MIT. So these Cambridge University, we are in competition to them as well. And the second is, that is Atal ranking of institutions, and this is basically towards innovation. So how innovatively some programs are taught in our university, in that also we are being ranked third. And along with ranking and accreditation, as already told in the beginning, we are not only focusing on teaching, we focus on throughout 360-degree development of a student. So few students, you can see the faces of these students. They are already renowned personalities, sports personalities, hockey players, the gold medalist that was javelin thrower, Neeraj Chopra. He was also alumni of LPU. So you can see 13 players out of the team of 12 player out of the team of 13 that was in hockey. They were player of LPU. Recently, we got runner-up trophy also in Makkah. Makkah is a very renowned high level of national level game, that is Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Trophy. So we were runner-up there as well. And we are representing right now, you have seen Asian Games also, and we are bringing laurels in that event as well. Indian Science Congress also we hosted, and many big celebrities like Dalai Lama, they visited us, and many ambassadors, prime ministers, presidents of many different nations, they visited us. Arun Jaitley ji, he started a startup school in LPU, where if somebody has an idea about to start up a program, start up a business, in that particular way, we are trying to invest. LPU will be investing in your dream, whatever startup you have. Almost the amount of money that we invest is to grow your business or to start up your business. And this majorly is not done by major universities. So this was recently started, and many students have put up their startups, and LPU has invested into those startups as well. You can see many people, many renowned people, they have visited. Gaur Gopal Das ji has visited us. Celebrities like Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika. So even cricket players like MS Dhoni. So these all people, they have visited LPU for one or the other reason, to motivate sometime, to entertain sometime, and sometime to give some enlightenment sessions like the startup work. So this is the outdoor infrastructure which Rahman sir also mentioned, that the buildings that we have put up, it is always a delight to watch. Like the auditorium, 1600 plus people can sit in one go. Then high-tech computer labs we have, high-tech library we have. The designs of building you can see from these images. We have a shopping mall also inside, so the student, they need not to go anywhere outside. Everything is available inside, from day-to-day needs to a laptop or any other thing. This is just a view of that shopping mall. We have a gymnasium inside, and along with that, for the entertainment purpose or some recreational purpose, we have these kind of activities as well: bowling, pool table, these kind of things. We have a fully fledged uni hospital inside the campus itself. And you can see we're running with some electricity part also through solar panels as well, right? So I'll just move with some of the images. You can see the architects, the infrastructure of LPU. And this is the new thing that we have started around, I think, 4 to 5 years back, an indoor stadium. So in indoor stadium, we offer n number of sports like badminton, we offer shootings, we offer. Then we are having an stadium of basketball court. We have squash courts. This is the Delight 2 indoor stadium, that is an Olympic size swimming pool we have inside. This is the outer view of that stadium. So gymnasium, games, and number of things are available within the university indoor stadium. So students can opt for that also. We have coaches available there. Students can learn, they can play for themselves, for university. And these all things are there inside the campus itself. I'll switch to the website. I hope my this page is visible. Just I'll switch to that website part. I'll just show you how we can visit to an LPU website and where you can find out the things. So I hope this website is visible. This is lpu.in. So you can log in lpu.in, and in admissions part, it is very bifurcatedly mentioned the things that if you want to go for a program which is, let's say, after 12th, if you want to go for a program, let's say, which is after graduation or after 10th, so you can just search out like this is after 12th undergraduate programs. Then if you want to go for postgraduate program, that is after 12th, you can go for honors program, industry collaborated program. Everything is detailed mentioned here. And if you want to, let's say, contact to us, there is one option of contact here. You can click on contact, and you can go with the directions as well. You can go with the phone number and email ID. The best thing that we have is right now is that if somebody who may not be able to travel to our university, we have an option of LPU in your town. So somebody who may be residing in a state like, let's say, a southern state like Kerala. So if somebody is there, you can just try to find out the option which is available there in south. Like, let's say it is Tamil Nadu. So if I pick up Tamil Nadu, you can find out where our team is available. So you can see the address, the availability of dates, and the person concerned that is available of LPU nominee, their phone number. You can call them, you can contact them, you can get a kind of counseling session from there. Your parents can go there. Everything is possible there. You can apply from there as well. So this website is very easy to navigate. So this is lpu.in, and you can find out n number of things available here, happenings as well as the things regarding the programs as well. So this is all from my side. Over to you, Dalvinder ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Maninder Singh. As I can see, there's some questions from our participants. Can we take questions, Dr. Maninder and Mr. Rahman? Thanks for giving me chance to address your questions. Now let's start with first question. Sir, Adil is asking Dr. Maninder Singh, do LPU provide the residential facilities also?
Yes, we have a residential facilities also. We have hostels for females and males separately. And along with the hostel facility, we have apartment facilities also. If somebody wants to live in like a flat kind of a system, we have that as well. So they are on chargeable basis. Different charges are for different hostel and apartments.
Thank you so much. I hope, Adil, you got your answer from our expert. Mr. Rahman, someone is asking, what are some of the emerging trends in sustainable architecture, and how are they influencing the design and construction of modern buildings?
The question is very relevant, mainly because there are some regulations coming up through Government of India, through the requirement of the world level leaderships, that we have to move towards the green building. And there is this green building rating system. In India, we have GRIHA. In the world level, we have LEED. So they are doing this green building rating, and people who are specialized into this kind of a specialization are called the green building specialist, or they are consultant, green building consultant. They have this certification, and there is this organization called ISHRE and ASHRE. They are organization of engineers. Also, we architects are also part of them, and they train us in our school. We have people, student chapters, and that's why we can interact with them and regularly with the industry and the organization. And that organization provide us certain kind of a certification in which we can do the consultancy for green building rating system. And whenever we make a good design and the energy consumption is low, the design parameters are good, the ventilation system is good, the building has used less energy, less non-renewable resources, then they are called green, and they are rated in gold, silver, or that kind of a rating. So whenever there is a good rating system, so the consumers, they want those rating, mainly because whenever they submit those rating system to the authorities, there are rebates of charges or taxes, or the taxes that has to be paid to the government. So sometimes it is related to the, say for example, a simple thing in Haryana government did that if you install a solar heater, water heater into your house, then obviously there will be some kind of a charges, rebate to your taxes. So there are many such ways, but green building rating system, one such kind of a thing. So there is obviously requirement of the consultant, and one kind of a specialization is that. And there is a need of industry alliances with the academia, and we are doing that thing into our LPU.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rahman. I hope all the participants got the answers from our experts. Once again, thanks to Dr. Rahman and to Dr. Maninder Singh. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision-making regarding admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, ma'am.